Let's talk about email marketing to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today, one of my favorite ways to build and grow and supersize a business is to tap into the power of email marketing. Why? Because it's economical, it's effective, it's easy, and almost any business, any type of size business industry can apply it relatively easily, especially if they have a list of customers that they haven't digitized or put online yet. That is a way to get a huge bump for most businesses. It's one of my favorite strategies to come in with when I find out that a brick and mortar business has this huge customer list, but they don't communicate with them regularly. They've just been collecting it and saving it, and we're going to dust it off and put it into place. And we're going to use many of these strategies, if not all of them, to make sure that it's effective. So the first one, of course, and I don't even know if it's a strategy, I think it's a business imperative, is to know your audience. What are their pain points? What are their preferences? What are their touch points? What is their past experience? What is their interactions with you? Because we're going to use that information later on to customize and target and segment our audience so we deliver the content that's most powerful for them. But that comes first from understanding our audience. Secondly, we are going to, and this is probably the most powerful influencer of open rates when it comes to email, and that is compelling subject lines. We need subject lines that are clear, concise, refer to the content that's in the email. I don't know if you've ever gotten an email that you're intrigued, you click on it because it sounds like something you want to read, and it's like some spam or some ridiculous thing that has nothing to do with what the subject line was. And the subject lines are just as important as our headlines on articles, our headlines on anything, our headlines on our website. That is what gets people's attention. It gets them to stop in their tracks and look at what it is that you're sending. Third strategy is personalization and segmentation. Again, by knowing our audience and tracking what they do and how they interact with us, what their past experience has been, their past preferences, etc., we can target and segment our audience so we deliver the content to them that they're most likely to respond to, that's going to be the most valuable for them. Fourth, engaging content, right? We're not just going to send junk and I want to say crap, and I just said it, into their inboxes and inundate them with things that they don't need. It has to be relevant to them. Again, clear, concise, of interest to them, relevant so that they want to open it. Informative, entertaining, and actionable are the three things that I hear the most and we try to do the most. I would say I am very guilty of not putting actionable things in my content, but I do think they're informative and probably seldom entertaining. I don't think of myself as particularly entertaining or funny, which means that's an area I can improve on. After we create engaging content, our next strategy is to optimize on mobile devices. I think it almost goes without saying nowadays, if you don't have everything online optimized for mobile, you're missing out on about 80 to 90% of the market. Last time I saw the stats, it was like 80% of people first go to their mobile device. Why? Because it's in our pocket or in our hand or in our purse about 90% of the time. I can't remember, there's a crazy statistic about how many people have their mobile device within 12 inches of them at any given time. And I do that too. I mean, I guess my phone's probably 3 feet or 4 feet away from me. Even when I sleep, it's right there. Why? I use it as my alarm clock. They're not really mobile devices anymore. They're like everything devices. I actually call mine my camera because I use it more for camera type activities than I do for anything else. Our next strategy is harnessing the power of analytics. I could talk about this probably till I turn blue in the face, but if we're not measuring what we're doing, what is the point of doing it? If we're not using the information that we're collecting, why are we collecting it? So we want to, in this strategy, think about rates, open rates, conversion rates, and click-through rates, right? We want to know if the emails we send out are performing or not, so we can create more of the ones that perform and get the results we want and less of the ones that don't. The next strategy is to cultivate consistency and frequency. Nothing will destroy your email efforts faster than if your customers, number one, if you send too much email and you fatigue their inbox, they get tired of seeing it and they just stop looking at it. I've I will admit I am visually challenged. And so I actually have, I think, 69,000 emails in my inbox. If somebody doesn't let me know that they're sending me something via email, I'm probably not going to see it and I'm going to miss it. And I've missed a couple of things lately, which is a reminder to me that I need help to get that cleaned out and dealt with. There's things in there I need and want, like receipts and things I like to keep. But the rest of it, I'm over it. I love ClickFunnels, but I get so many emails from ClickFunnels every single day that I just pretty much buzz by all of them. And then there's other influencers too that I originally signed up to follow, but they send so much email. I just get inundated with it and I don't look at it anymore. And I don't look at a lot of email personally because I can't see very well. And then our final strategy that I really want to touch on today is A/B testing or testing. We have to test and tweak and play with things like our subject lines, like our call to action, like our how we phrase things, our targeting, are we segmenting our audience properly to get the results we want? We want to keep track of those things and test them and tweak them as necessary so that we can get ever improving results. So love to know your take on email marketing. Do you do it? Do you have an email list? Do you help your clients or customers do it for their businesses if you work with other businesses? And what do you think is best about it? And what do you like least about it? Share in the comments below so we can learn from one another. That's all I've got today. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.